there's token people out here. Their tokens are incredible for access control, for storytelling, for for rewards, loyalty, or ownership. So our model is we're really I would say an entertainment, technology, community building company all around food. And so we've launched our first restaurant. We just launched our token, and now we're starting to build. And we're actually excited. We're moving our restaurant now to a much bigger location. Yippee! We're growing, and we're excited about what tokens are going to be for this. And we've got an interesting model. The way it works is that each of the restaurants basically contribute to a marketing fund that goes and buys the chart. Right. So we buy the chart, then we take that money, we use that circular part to come back to build the franchises community.
Contributes to the chart, Scott.
Yeah, contribute to the charts, right? So it basically gives us an opportunity to keep a circular way that we can keep building the community. So it goes back and feeds each franchise. Because I believe that we have, with the food, is one form of revenue, but the second form of revenue will be what we can build around community, around tokens, around memorabilia, around experiences that we can actually build, and we can also build, help out in the community. So overall, I think it's a new model that really has a way to build this economy where we can feed the people feed the community back and through what we're doing tokenizing.
Yeah, actually, Moonlight, if I could interject, is that okay? Can I jump in? Okay.
All right, Moonlight, you're awesome.
You ready? You ready? You ready? Okay. Remember, this part memes. We got to have a little bit of fun. We're having fun anyway, guys. That's the point. That's why we're in this space. So we call it the DREAM model. Okay, and DREAM stands for DeFi, real world assets, engagement by memes, adoption by the masses, and a movement. So that was the whole idea of our business model, that we haven't found anybody out there that's been able to create a model that combines them all together, that they feed each other. And it's a continuous growth loop that just keeps growing and growing and growing. And we did things a little different. We have the #1 rated restaurant at one of the most highly traveled vacation destinations in Australia. #1. And it's a Shiba Wings. And so it's a crypto diner, but we also have Mr. Beef Burgers there because he came at us because of our ratings. And the bottom line is that Scott came in, and you might know him as one of the top 10 bands of all time, but he's also had a $300 million company he put on the NASDAQ. You know what I mean? Back in the night, there was a tech company. So he's had 4 companies. And so this guy might even be better at business than he is as a musician. So if you can imagine that, you know what I mean? That's we got to here. You know what I mean? If you say that, but the point is from the restaurants now. So we already have these restaurants, and we're just moving to a larger location, which is called Flagship and Training Store. It's in Melbourne, in one of the top areas. So from there, we're going to start putting out ghost kitchens. We also have food trucks coming, brick and mortars. We have applications from all over the world. Some of the biggest companies you've ever heard of want to have ghost kitchens with us. And so the whole idea is each one of these locations, and if you look at our growth curve over the next couple years, each location, 5% of their sales is going to be contributed on the chart. So imagine over the next couple years, the plan is to have, this is the goal, okay, and it's the projection, but over the next 2 years is to be able to put $1 million a month in contributions on the chart.
And it's a marketing engine, right? It's all about marketing and building community. If we can use the tokens to help build the community and grow and help the franchisees build new business model, add a Web3 component to their model. Listen,
yes,
points, loyalty. I mean, you got BlackRock coming in saying they're going to spend like $1 trillion in tokenization. You got, well, I don't know if you're looking at what MasterCard and Visa, those guys are doing in tokens. It's about to change the game because of how it changes ownership, right? It distributes wealth and things in new ways for people to have experiences, things that we can do now with tokens that are so, I mean, it's incredible stuff. I mean, I'm so excited about the innovation that we're actually doing right now. And like I said, we're a real business. We have real revenue. I think we've got real smart people that are building out our business. And this is an exciting time, especially getting ready to go into a bull market right now. It's going to be fantastic, right? And what's nice about our ghost kitchen model is that, this allows us to also basically build into existing models. We can turn these on quickly.
Yeah.
Right. So
it takes 4 or 5 days. Just boom.
Yeah, these things can go up pretty fast. And so we're right now in the midst of talking with several franchise companies that will help us basically scale this model. But we're take a very lean startup approach. I come out of the lean startup world. I believe very much in the build, measure, learn. So we're building first. We're testing and validating everything before we go. And we're now getting the sort of the good, strong buy signals on what we're doing, because I think this industry is really looking for things that are using tokens as opposed to these up and down meme things. What do I actually get? What's the real value? And so I think having a real world asset feeding the community, the business model is, I think it's time. I think we're right there to actually start to use this innovation in a real meaningful way that really supports the community and everything else. I mean, I got really hooked is when on NFT and that whole business model. I always tell this story in every one of these things, because this was the thing that made me realize how important tokens were. I went to an NFT meetup about 3 years ago. It was like three years ago. This girl gets up and she goes, "I'm a photographer. I love photography. I'm going to be the best photographer on the planet." She says, "All I do." She says, "Oh, I got into NFTs 9 months ago, and now I live off of my NFTs. I pay my rent. I pay my car payment. I live out." And she said, "I carved off a piece of the smart contract for my community center, and I had given them 2.5 ETH. At that time, that was about $10,000. And you think about it, how does a 19-year-old girl build a business around a new model that she lives off of, that she doesn't, that she's making money that nobody knows, and actually getting $10,000 to her community center?
I think
so. The power of tokens to build business models on top of is what excites me. The circular economy model excites me. This is a very exciting, I think. And with the new leadership we've got people really looking at this now, where we can, make sure that everything is up and up.
It's very exciting, but there's so many things, Moonlight. And I mean, and what is it in it for the holders, right? Like, why would you want to hold Shiba Wing token? And what's with our NFTs, right? What's the whole idea with it? And the idea is that when we create this automatic where it feeds each other, like we have this NFT set that's coming out right now. It's a free mint, by the way. It's coming out. And so when it does, there's going to be 1,000 of them. We have, I can show you a little kind of overview. Let me see if I get the little share on this. But the whole idea is that we are ERC20 token. It's a 2.2 tax. A portion of those taxes are going to go towards these NFTs. Okay, so if you get this NFT, and it's going to be a random drop, some people got whitelist for different contests that already have, but it's going to be a random drop. But a portion of those taxes are going to always go to those NFT holders. So if you can imagine, when we hit our goal, right, of that much money being contributed to the chart every month, and you're holding this NFT, it's one of those things to where it'll probably be one of the most, we're believing, one of the most valuable things that you hold on to. And so to be a part of that, there's still open spots to be able to do that. You're also going to get discounts at the restaurants. You're also going to get what we call is the ability. Do you know what a ghost kitchen is, Moonlight, by the way? Have you heard? Okay. Yeah. Okay. But I had a feeling, you're like, does that mean there's ghosts working in there? I don't know. No. What it is, it's an already established kitchen, like a restaurant, for example. Like, let's say it's any restaurant that you want, Applebee's, doesn't matter. You go in, say, I'm going to rent a space from you, and all we're going to do is DoorDash, Uber Eats, things like that. So there's no place really to sit down. You just do it through delivery services. That's why they're so easy to open up. So some kitchens will have 10 different restaurants that are running out of it. And so that's why they're so easy to open up. So let's just pretend you want to open your own business and you're a Shiba Wing token holder and you have one of the NFTs. You contact, say, hey, I hold the NFT. I want to apply to be. You're going to have to also, meet the metrics, because we have a 5-star rating for the highest rated. So you got to make sure you keep that. You got to keep the food quality and everything else up to tight. But you would have the ability to be at the front of the line, to be able to have your own business and your own company for something that we've already established a winning business model to be rated #1. So we did things a little different. Did the restaurant first, did the token second. The NFTs are tying everything in together for gamification and rewards. But the best part is, if you just buy Wing token and you hold it, and you get the things that keep coming. There's second level NFTs, third level NFTs. There's multiplier effects. The whole idea is we just want people to engage, have fun, and be a part of this, because with WingSwap, we have about 10, 15 different meme communities. And if you have a meme community that you love, that wants to be put on a SEX and a DeFi and be able to go spend it at the store. Like if we onboarded right now to WingSwap, let's say your favorite meme token, Bob token, let's say, you could literally go take Bob token that day and go buy a Ferrari with it. You could go spend it in the real world. We got over 1,000 vendors. You could also use it on a MasterCard, debit card. So we've conquered to where people can actually, we're bringing utility to meme communities. They're just kind of sitting there and going, people that stuck in DeFi, and DeFi is cool, but this gives you the ability to add your community, and we'll do that for you. And so, yeah.
And brother,
go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You go ahead, Moonlight. You're the one.
Yeah, Moonlight, you go, girl.
Yep. Yes, it's on the Ethereum blockchain. And so the NFTs, the token just launched this month, last week. So we just got the token out. The NFTs are going to launch at the beginning of December. Mm-hmm. And so there's different ways to come qualify for that. Come into our community, whether our TG, join our X account. Also, you can go check out our restaurant, which is the one we showed you, which is the Shiba Wings. Let me see if I can share this tab instead up here. This kind of gives you an idea of kind of like a little overview of this. Can you see this? You see, yep. Yeah, for some reason, if you see my thing, it's not letting me move pages. Yeah, so this kind of gives you an idea. It's making me scroll of the different perks that holders actually get for actually holding this. So like 50% discount at select Shiba Wings restaurants and stores, getting like half off of anything of the food and the different stuff that we're running.
And our partners too.
There's bonuses, airdrops. So this gives you an idea of the different levels that we'll be handing out, and it's going to be random. So it's a free mint. We have a bunch of different kind of people in our community, because we got the meme owning the Shiba Inu logo, and then just also being a part of, so with the Shiba Army and stuff, we have a lot of support from those guys. And the whole idea is we just want to bring everybody together. And so if you have a great meme token that you love and you have a great community, come visit us, because we put you on that spot and make it to where people can come. Anybody can go on with their credit card, just go buy it right there, not have to do anything extra, and just hold it. But make it simple.
So what's great is we think of WingSwap is, I try to equate it to Uber. When you go into Uber as an Uber driver, you open up your app, right? That app runs your business. You report to your app every day. That's your new boss, right? Similar to us, the application that we're building with Pay It Now, with their basic underlying infrastructure, will allow each franchisee to basically run their community, run their business, right? So we see this as an opportunity to bring the meme token community together around this. We'll be announcing a program where we're bringing on a lot of different tokens into our ecosystem. Why? Because these communities, we believe that we're moving from the creator economy into the relationship economy. There's no question about it. Everything is based about relationships. Every food business is going to basically want to build their hive. I always say, if you want to survive, you got to build a hive. It's like you want to build that hive around your business. So we're going to assist them with how to build that community around each of these franchise businesses and create those models. So for us as a company, there's all this other revenue that basically comes in that we actually get to share in. So that helps grow our company. We got our loop that basically takes what we do and feeds it back into the community to fund each one of these franchises. So our goal is just to build businesses, help the community. And one of the other things is too, is part of our model with the funds coming in. Let's say you're a franchise, and in your community, you have your community center, or you have something you want to get behind. We can that gets built into the model also, so that you can support the people in the community around. Because we are moving into this new model where we're getting into
assets.
tight group models. And so we now need to help our franchises and teach them how do we use Web3 and how do we build new business models to help their businesses grow, especially in a world where we're getting ready to watch AI freaking change the game, businesses. And so our whole thing is really about education. We want to teach people new models on how to use tokens in different ways, at least hit people to new models so that they can apply it to their businesses. Because I believe this is, like, again, this is freedom for the people. This is what gives the power back to the people, power of managing the currency, the relationship. So that's what we have. And I just noticed we got Brother Trav
that's
there.
what I'm saying. That's what I want to say. So, guys, this is Travlad, and most of you guys probably know who he is, but he's one of the best brand ambassadors, best influencers in the space, in our opinion. You know what I mean? He came all the way from the bottom to the top, you know, and he's done some different things, but he's also he's part owner in Shiba Wings. So he came on with us. Travlad, you want to say something? Keep it simple.
Yo, how's it going, guys? Yeah, what those guys were saying, but in terms of, like, obviously down to business with Shiba Wings and what the audience are looking for. So I'm very familiar with meme tokens. Like, I've been in meme tokens for probably four years, something like that. And when there's a project, he's right. So there's many ways that people can do meme tokens. They can transform the logos and make them as like a quotation mark knockoff, where they just go with a theme, but they can't take the official logo. But with this, they own the IP, the Shiba IP, and that's absolutely crazy. So if we're talking legalities, and obviously with crypto, legalities can be very complex, but if we take it to obviously Web 2, which is where a lot of the liquidity is, they own the Shiba logo, like, not undisputed, own the Shiba logo, which is insane. So I could possibly see, obviously this is no insight or information withheld, but I could really see, like, potential relations with Shiba as well, because why would you not want to endorse a project that obviously, number one, owns the logo legally, and number two, has physical restaurants. Currently the first one's in the Gold Coast, Australia, and the plan is obviously to expand to 50 to 100 food locations, which is absolutely insane. And obviously with Trent having his own, like, payment gateway, I think you'll be able to, with that partnership established, you could pay with Shiba, which is really, really cool. So that obviously benefits both sides, but also, like, from a legal standpoint, they own the Shiba logo. It's not like it's positive for both sides to have that relationship. But obviously in terms of, like, ROI, investments, and understanding the mechanics behind this project, is obviously it is more than just a meme token. The meme is obviously just a branding. But for example, the Gold Coast branch made around $1.5 million last year.
Actually, the first year, 2 million the first year. 2
million last
Small
year,
location.
which is crazy. So if you think about that, so 2 million from one location, Gold Coast, Australia, 5% is allocated to Wing. Imagine the scalability of this. Obviously, I'm not saying every restaurant is going to be able to make $2 million a year, because obviously that's depending on the location. It's just not plausible. But if we can scale to like 50 to 100 locations within a certain period, with 5% of all that revenue going and allocated to Wing, and this isn't just some crap project where you're like, will they actually do it? Like, these guys are putting faces out there, because anonymity is huge in crypto. I get it for many reasons, but this is Scott Page. This is obviously Trent, business owners, face to the name. These are doing it exactly how it can be done in Web 2, and the scalability for a crypto like this. Because if you're a crypto lover, right, and you're walking around a mall, I don't know where you're from, Moonlight. So if you're in a mall near where you're from, and you see like a Bitcoin ATM or something like that, you're like, oh wow, cool, like, oh, crypto, it's here. But a lot of people don't actually have things like that near them. So if this company can scale all around the world and make tons and tons of locations, not only is it a nice place to eat, people will like the food anyway, but people who like crypto, and obviously there's a strong niche of people that just love crypto, they're going to want to go in these restaurants just because it's crypto. So this is a really strong niche. 5% of the revenue allocated to Wing, and the scalability can be huge. Physical restaurants, food trucks, etc., 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 etc. Like, it can really do some insane things in a globalization level. So I'm excited for the future of it. People in the audience need to understand that I think the market cap is under 3 million right now. I just said to you, the revenue from restaurant one was 2 million last year. This can scale to 50 to 100 plus locations. Just the revenue from that one restaurant, per se, if that was to go to the chart, the market cap would double, triple? I don't know the maths exactly, but simply just from one restaurant. So in terms of an ROI perspective, think about that. Think about they own the Shiba logo, faces to the name. You can go down to the restaurant tomorrow if you wanted to. This is the real deal. And if you haven't checked it out, check it out now.
Yeah, and what's nice about it too is it feeds. I keep going back to this because the most important part is this revenue in this circular model feeds the community. That's like really important. It's like we want to support our franchisees to build these new models. We're going to be the engine that feeds them the campaigns, feeds them this, the how to go do this, and give them the tool set to make this happen. Because the stronger those communities go, the more revenue. We all win. Yeah. Right. And so people also, when they go in, because you don't have to buy with crypto for this chain. Yeah. You can buy with your fiat, buy a hamburger, and
a lot of people do still. So
yeah, they still use real money.
That money they all really use fake money. So we're taking real people's money, don't believe in it, and it's still going in our economy. That's the best part.
And it basically builds it
from the real world, putting it in our world. So we're actually taking from those guys instead of just from each other, even though we're all coming that way. So all I got to do is love wings, good food.
And then one of the things to also understand, I think the opportunity too, when you look at our model, and I always like what our mobile food trucks, I call them fun on four wheels, because they're not just a standard food truck that shows up. These are experiences. These are IRL events that can happen. Through the app, you basically, through geofencing, find where the truck is at the day, the experience that goes on there, the collectibles that happen with it, the unique things that are going on. And so I'm very excited about the truck aspect of it, because it's, again, if you look at some of the businesses through the years, there's a thing called the Museum of Ice Cream. What is that? It's a pop-up that pops up and all these people come and hang out. Well, now we have a pop-up engine that can pop up anywhere. We have just in Australia, we just sponsored a pickleball team. We have a pickleball team now. We realized that pickleball is one of the fastest growing sports around the world right now. It's growing like crazy in the United States, and we felt that we could get in and try to really be part of that community. So we're going to be doing a lot of events with them coming up in Australia. And kind of on our roadmap we'll be having our grand opening here coming up of our new flagship store, which I can't even tell you how excited I am about it. It's an incredible, actually a great location, great thing. The restaurant is a large restaurant. We can do our experience-based stuff and things like that. So that's coming out. And then we'll be working on training there for our first handful of ghost kitchens. We're going to go work that model, make sure the whole thing is rocking. Again, it's build, measure, learn. We're going to figure that out. And then we're working on ways to start scaling as we move forward. So we're looking, like I said, we're not trying to be this up and down thing. We're just trying to be the steady growth to actually really build this model, because we believe that what happens is we get this thing rolling, people start to happen, then it'll take its time. It'll do what it's supposed to do to help build this business, because circular economies are about to happen, and it's an incredible model that has never happened. And I think we're about to really see it work now. At a different scale. Right? We know they happen. It's just that now it gets more frictionless based on the tool sets that we can provide through the technologies. And finally, we're getting to a point where it's ease of use of onboarding is getting much easier, to get people on with just a little more Web 2 style credentials. We can get in, build wallets, and have things happen. So this is an interesting time right now to be alive, for sure.
I want to say, make sure you join the Telegram as well, because there's only so much that can be obviously answered on podcasts. You may have other information that you want to know about Shiba Wing. Maybe you want some verification about the ownerships, etc., etc., etc. So if you're on Telegram, you can join via the portal, which if I can send it to you, Trent, if you can put it in the thing. Yeah. So I'll just send that to Trent, and if you've got any further questions for the guys, make sure you join the Telegram.
Yeah, and I'd just like to throw out too, again, like I say, a big part of our thing is really trying to innovate in real world assets and how does this work and how can we basically help drive the mass adoption. So part of we have also join our Telegram. We're building a builders group. So we're looking for people, pioneers. You out there, I know there's builders out there. There's people in this space. We're looking for you guys that are innovation. Let's get together. Let's think, put our brains together, figure out how we can help each other kind of grow this stuff. So we're pleased, look us up. And yeah, we're here to make wings great again. We're bringing wings on chain, right? Chicken wings on chain.
So the last thing I'll leave you with is that right now you can either go, about it, or you're going to end up finding out about it in very soon anyway. So you can know about it and be a part of it where we're at right now because nothing's really started, or you're going to find out about it either way.
Yeah.
So the point is that either way, you're going to know about this. If you listen to this, go take a look because there's so much stuff that we have. That's why Travel Ads like, listen, you got to come see it for yourself because it's so much stuff on our roadmap, guys. It's crazy. And so we can't share it all. We just wanted to keep it simple, and it's still a lot. You know what I mean? So
and this will unfold. We try to find the smallest things we could do that have the biggest bang. We are not releasing everything now. It's just that what's nice about the model, there's a lot of different, very interesting things that we can do over time. We will be methodical about that. We don't want everybody to think we're going to be this giant thing overnight. We're going to build
a lot. It's good though. It's exciting.
It is exciting. Yeah.
14 months before this thing launched. That's how long it took.
Yeah. So I also wanted to throw out real quick. We're going to be we're getting ready. We've got a big kind of a road tour that's going on. So we're going to be featured in F1 coming up here in Las Vegas. We've got a big events that we're a part of going on at Art Basel this year with our friends, the Bit Basel folks. Then we actually are going to Tulum Crypto Fest. We'll be down there. And actually, I got one really interesting thing I'm going to talk about real quick. That's one of our marketing plays. Real quick is this. I was really fortunate enough to be picked of one of 222 artists that put their works on this special hard drive that actually was sent up on an Elon Musk Falcon 9 on the Odysseus lunar lander, landed on the moon on February 22nd of this year. I put 7,000 digital twins up there. One of them happens to be our Shiba logo. So the logo's on the moon. And what we're doing is we have a big project along with Space Blue and the Luna Prize, which is the Luna Prize Museum, which was put on the moon. We're going to be working with them. And what I'm going to tell you is this NFT collection, this batch we're going to drop. I was just picked by the space program people to put one of the 22 artists going back to the moon. So the people that hold this next NFT are going to have an NFT that's going on a special thing. It will be certified and registered. It's going to actually go to the moon. And the rarity of that is a very interesting play. It's a nice, fun thing to actually add. And there's a whole series of other things that we will unveil because as this NFT unveils, it has we
got to put moonlight on the moon.
We're going to put moonlight on the moon, right?
There.
Yep. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
So come
to the moonlight. We're putting you there, and we're going to send you a video of it that you're going to see yourself. That's what we're going to do.
So all I'm saying is that Art Basel, if you're going to be there, if you haven't been there, it's a massive. Anybody coming out, please look for us. We're doing a big event on the 6th called the Moon Party at the Sagamore Hotel. So any of those folks coming out there, please come visit. Say, yo, you saw us on Moonlight. They want to talk about wings. We'll get you all set up.
Go. Thanks, Moonlight.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Moonlight, for having
Thank you.
us, man. Very, very thankful. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.